Welcome back to the channel. We are back here in Kentuckistan. Today we're going to go over how to properly milsim. Standard U.S. military, not like special forces or any of your special teams, just regular dudes. Ignore my camo. This is not a U.S. camo. This is just some drippy stuff. You know, it's drip or drown, and brother, I'm the one making the liquid that we're drowning in. All right. But first things first, we're going to talk about assault packs and things. I'm not going to go into rucks because there's a million and one videos on rucks of people who actually did that more than I ever did. So we're going to go into that, right? First things first, the variant of the assault pack here, despite it being BDU, is the exact same that the Army uses. I'm not too sure about Marines, but I'm sure they use the same thing. It's a pretty good assault pack. This is like a 24-hour, 48-hour assault pack. It can hold, it doesn't look like it holds a lot, but it can hold quite a bit in there, especially if you know how to pack right. So another thing, 1 person in 4, so if it's like a fire team size, needs to have an e-tool for e-tool things, whether that be pooping or digging. Duct tape. You know why duct tape. OD green, specifically. I know in the Army, people are actually really anal about that. The color of your tape, don't really know why. Of all the things to be anal about, that was the one. And then spare uniforms and stuff, depending upon the event, what's going on. If you're running an assault pack at all times, depending upon your role for the event, you could be doing that, or holding a vast different things. Another big thing, especially for airsoft, is you can hold a ton of ammo in this. If your event allows you to reload on the spot, 100% go for that. But if not, then follow your event rules. I'm not going to tell you how to cheat in the game, right? Now going head to toe, we have 2 helmet options. We have a painted ACH. Now this has my actual cat eye band that I used in the Army, as well as it has my name tape on the back, and goggles. Dust goggles are a good thing. Ask anybody who's ever been top side of an armored vehicle. Dust goggles are a must. Another thing you're going to want to take into consideration is good eye pro, but that's just airsoft in general. If you're watching this kind of video, you probably already know good eye pro is good eye pro. I use ESS because they're good. This is a paint example. Here's a covered example. This is a Marine helmet, but this is kind of sort of what a helmet cover will look like on a Kevlar helmet. This being the lightweight helmet. It's got the Marpat cover, NVG mount, all the fixings, right? Skip over uniforms for a second. Plate carrier, unit SOP will dictate what color you can use for this. I have a tan one because my multicam one I used for work, so I used work pouches for it. So I don't have any personal pouches for multicam. One thing to consider is if you have to get UCP, especially for US Army, that's totally fine. I was issued UCP gear in the Army, so 100% go for it if that's the only option you have. But do try to get stuff that's going to match your plate carrier. If you're running Army, multicam. If you're running Marines, tan like this is the way to go. 100% have some kind of hydration with you, whether it be canteens, Camelback, or even like a Nalgene or whatever, right? 100% hydration is a requirement, as the Camelback bottle I used to have before it got shattered into a million pieces said, hydrate or die. Right, now on to uniforms. There are 2 schools of thought for uniform. You have the, we're going to say ACU cut, which is the standard uniform. You could also wear the new inclement weather, hot weather uniform, or whatever it's called. I just call them hot weather uniforms. You can wear that, or this, and then you also have the combat tops. So what makes this different, this is not the standard OCP uniform. This is actually a set of frac use, fire resistant Army combat uniform. If you're going in the field, a lot of people who have been issued these will wear these instead of regular uniforms, because these are actually really comfy, and they're really thin too, so they breathe well, super comfy in weather like how it's going to get now. Like if I'm going to a milsim event like today, it's going to get 40 degrees tonight. I would rather run something like that, or like what I'm wearing now, than the combat top. Even if I'm running a plate carrier, helmet, assault pack, full gear, all of that, I'd rather run that, just because if there is a need for you, oh, I'm super hot, you can roll the sleeves. Oh, I'm cold again, roll them back down, you know? Pardon the technical difficulties with the editing we have, but the combat top and bottom system, right? So fun fact, these are actually produced by Cry. At least they used to be. I know these are made by Cry. I don't know so much about these, right? So right side will have flag, rank, and your name. Left side will have your unit patch. The combat pants, just like any other Cry Precision combat pants, you can put whatever knee pad system you want in there. It's got the regular amount of cargo pockets that the standard uniform cut will have. It's not like got like the front of your thigh pockets. Now on to gloves. So these are a black version of the issue gloves, the Nomex Flyers gloves. These are not the greatest of gloves, but if you want to go for something that's like, yeah, I didn't buy any gear, I was all issued all my gear, then these are the gloves you're gonna go with. However, from experience, most soldiers buy their own gloves because these are better. Now, certain units up to 2019 we're getting issued M16 A2s or A3s. This is an A2, not an A3, but I do have the display bipod on there. Standard AR style, ranks or fire control system. However, if you're going to go for something more closer to now, the M4A1, or in this case this is CQB1, is always the go-to, but that is just to your unit, and it has pick here instead of M-lock or whatever. Put whatever you want on there. It's your gun. But this is typically how a regular rifleman would be set up. Obviously, not that red dot would be a CCO. But this is Alan of Allensarsenal, and I'll see you guys next time.